Then Dave's having a little boogie. So we've got Dave in for James. Yeah, we've got Dave in for James. Oh, is that who's got their, have you got your YouTube open?
Yeah, that was me. Sorry. I was too busy.
See, look how unprofessional.
I was too busy dancing.
He was too busy dancing to the intro. Welcome everybody. I've brought Gary straight in, so all say hi to Gary. Everyone knows Husty's Emporium. Welcome everybody. I can still hear myself. Have you got a YouTube page open, Gary?
We do. Let's do that.
Have you got a YouTube tab open?
Yeah, I think I'll shout it now.
Oh, well done.
See, I don't feel so bad.
You're on YouTube. Well, it's Gary's first time, guys, so I'll say hello to Gary. Everyone knows him. He's been in the chats. He's always active in the chats. And we've got Gary on tonight. James was supposed to be here, but I've got Dave instead because James is on holiday and he's got no signal. So we'll go through and say some hello, see who's in. So we've got Gary in, obviously, saying go easy. Everyone's all right. Thumbnail for this, yeah. Got my mum in. Who else have we got? And we've got Max in. How you doing, Max? Good to see you. We've got Tam and Bell in. How you doing? We've got Don in. How you doing, Don? Who else we got? We've got Santa Claus in from the North Pole. Hello, Santa. Good to see you. My mum. We've got Mark, Blue Harvest Toys. Hope you're well. Chris Tyler. How you doing, Chris? Hope you're well too. Hope everybody's well and had a good week. Santa. We've got Phil in. How you doing, Phil? Max. We've got Jess in. How you doing, Jess? Good to see you. We've got Haggis Lover. How you doing? We've got Derek, Tap Peddler. We've got Richard, Secret Carper. We've got Swarren Haviland. How you doing? Whoop Husty. There you go. See, you got fans already. We've got Sean in. How you doing, Sean? Why don't you go? You look like a man who needs a lot of drugs to put up with Chaz and Dave. Always rely on Sean. Yeah, exactly. Everyone's saying hello to everyone, and we are at the bottom of the chat. So welcome everybody. So, like I said, we've got Gary on tonight. So, Gary, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Gary, aka Husty's Emporium. Yeah, I've got a YouTube channel, but there's no videos up yet. One day, but yeah, I'm busy at the moment, so I will get around to it one day.
And this is his intro. His intro onto YouTube. So yeah, what I've done is I've put Gary's. I haven't put Dave's in because Dave was a last minute thing. So everyone knows Dave ABL. So someone, if you can put it, if I've got a mod in there, put Dave's link in, please. And Gary's links for his Instagram and for his YouTube are in the description. So make sure you go and check him out. Or if someone in the chat is a mod, please put the link in for Gary. So how long have you been reselling, Gary?
About over 10 years, really, on and off.
Wow.
Yeah, not making a great deal of it, but recently I'm doing a bit better. But
you've been doing it a while.
I've been doing it a long while, yeah. Not as long as Nick and Andrea, but yeah, long time.
Wow. You've been doing it a while.
Sorry, Dave?
Do you have a day job as well, then, is it? Yeah.
No, not anymore now, full time now. I've been doing it full time for, like I say, about 10 years now. So.
Is that how long you've been full time?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I've been at it a long time. I think I know what I'm doing by now. But
always learning. Gary. You obviously do. Otherwise, you wouldn't have been doing it 10 years.
Yeah, I think I know more than what I appreciate. I think I do. I think it's easy to get settled into it and then forget what you do actually know. So, have
you had any decent sales or pickups this week? Actually, you haven't been listening much, have you? Because you've been sourcing all the time.
Yeah, no, I can't keep up at the moment. Literally, it's like 3 boot sales a week, and I'm picking up stuff. I can't list it quick enough at the moment, so it is it is busy.
I did see all the stuff in your house.
Yeah, you had a brief look the other day.
You've got it, yeah. It's very much like my storage and that at the minute. Dave, you had any good pickups or anything?
It's been a curious egg of a week this week. My eBay, my store has been going off the scale. It's been brilliant. But
really?
On the flip side, yeah, I've had probably, it's been the busiest week this year. But on the flip side of that, I've had a couple of quite expensive returns as well. Well, so not returns, sorry. One was a return of a pair of £85 trainers. Entirely my own fault. I mean, fortunately, the buyer was dead sound. It's just something I missed on the trainers that they were buggered basically, but it wasn't obvious. I missed it. They ended up getting returned, so obviously I refunded that. The other one was a pram, £80. Was it £80? 75-80 pram, brand spanking new. One of the ones I picked up from Tesco's on retail arbitrage.
Oh,
Hermes lost it.
Oh, so, nice.
Yeah.
Sandy.
I know everybody's saying it's Hermes are fine. They're having problems with them and all that lot, but of all the couriers by a significant amount, I've had problems with them. I mean,
they're not Hermes anymore. They're not Hermes anymore.
Yeah. Oh,
have you noticed that when you go and print the labels off, it says Hermes trading as every?
I see. Yeah.
It's funny. Actually, I was driving home the other day, and just on the outside of town, there's a poster up, and it's every poster up on the wall. It's a bit of a shock seeing that. Hi, Amanda, how you doing? We've got Cherry Jane coming now as well. We've got Richard Payne. We've got Kathy in as well. Kath, I haven't forgotten you. I know you won the prize last week for the quiz. I've been laid up most of the week. I've been ill with a cold, and I've had a migraine for 4 days. So I'm on the case, and you'll get it early part of next week.
He sold it.
I didn't know what it. I never know what it is when we do the quizzes. I go, oh yeah, there's a prize. I never know what it is, and then I find something. We've got Robert Stone. Go, Gary, go. See, everyone's here to see you, Gary, which is nice. We've got Becky in. How you doing, Becky? What's Jess? To be fair to Hermes, they lost my parcel the other day, and I got insurance money in 2 days. It used to take weeks.
Yeah, the latest on the pram is that they're saying that a claim number has been issued, but there's no other information at all. It was booked through eBay.
Yeah.
So I should get it resolved, but I've refunded the buyer already, assuming that it's been lost, because when you get a feeling about something, this last was just kicking off from the get-go. And I explained to him, listen, if you have a look at the tracking, it was on its way to you within 24 hours of you paying, and I've done everything I possibly can. I've chased it up, this, that, and the other. As you can see, it's worth Hermes because tracking says so. And when you get that inkling that somebody's going to be a massive headache unless you say the right thing, it was one of those. So anyway, just so Husty's knows, I beat him last week in the quiz.
Yeah.
We've got Ian in. How you doing, Ian? We've got Debs in. How you doing, Debs? Good to see you all. Are you feeling better? Yeah, I think it's been going around, but I do get bad migraines. It's been a pain. Literally, I had to pay £54 a parcel force for my gift from America. Paid Thursday, still not delivered. I've had troubles with Royal Mail, and a few people did at the same time. It was saying that they had your parcel, but there was no tracking after that. I was a bit worried that it had all gone amiss, and then they said the parcel turned up, but it still says that it's just been received. It hasn't said anything else.
Yeah, I've heard a bit of noise on different pages today as well about Royal Mail this week. I've not had a problem with it, but
did Paul McCartney really die in the 60s? We have been watching The Standing our whole life. How you doing, Tommy? A question for Gary. What's your favourite item to sell? Good question.
That's a very good question. anything that makes money. It's an easy one. Anything that makes money.
What items do you like to pick up?
I was getting into antiques at the start, but then it's a big minefield, antique. So I just went with what I know, and that's clothes, shoes, trainers. But I know about those, so I just went with those, and that's the majority of what I sell is clothes and shoes and accessories. But I will literally sell anything. So
and that's a wicked hoodie, by the way.
Wicked
hoodie.
That is cool. Max is saying, what's your best sale to date? You've been doing it 10 years.
I've had a few 500 ones, but I've never broke the £1,000 mark. But one day maybe. But yeah, I've had a few. I've had a big Nike sign. Probably infamous off George Ross's channel. He missed out. He nearly bought it, and then I was literally behind him on the next row, and I picked it up. I thought I couldn't leave it there. This big, massive Nike storefront sign. Nice. I got 500 for that, but I had to pay up for that, obviously.
What was it? What did it say on it?
It was just a big oval red with the white swoosh in it.
Oh yeah, I saw that when you got it actually.
Yeah. I've had a couple of things big things like that. Mainly designer items, really. But
yeah. Dave, any decent things going on with you this week?
Yeah, well, I'm still ringing from last Sunday. I tried a new boot sale in North Wales last Sunday, and it was absolutely amazing. And the owners send hot air balloons up as well to take a picture of the site. And the guy who recommended recommended that boot sale to me, said he'd seen the pictures and it was only half full, and it was massive as it was, absolutely massive. So what it's like when it's full, it's an all day job.
Yeah. Are you still getting decent sales, Gary, at the minute?
It's been up and down. Last week was really bad. I had literally on the phone to eBay about it because it was just dead. It went from 100, 200 pound sales days to nothing, literally, for about 5 days, and then it's picked back up again recently. But I've been trying to be consistent, keep the algorithm happy, but it is hit and miss at the moment. I don't know what's going on. I don't think anybody knows what goes on behind the scenes at eBay when they, the technical department fiddle with things, and you just don't know what's going on. So there could be any reasons, but I'm trying to be consistent and keep it going.
It's easy to be cynical about it as well, I think. I mean, I had about 2 or 3 days of just absolutely rampant sales coming in, and then an email off eBay saying we've done this, that, and the other, and aren't we doing well, basically. And I kind of think the cynic in me wants to say, or maybe they just sort of like fed me more traffic to send me this email for a favourable response.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe. I'm not saying nothing in case they watch it.
PvP, I don't think we're on early. Our clocks went forward by an hour. So that might be what it is. Do they go forward an hour all around the world, or is it just PvP thinks we're on early tonight? I don't know. Hi, Paula.
That's a really good question, that, Rich.
That is a good question.
Yeah, I don't know, because it's just weird. PvP said we're on early, but we're on at 7:30 here.
I'm sure that we would have heard some reference in the 50 years that I've been alive to somebody from a different country saying that the clocks have gone forward or backward. I think it might just be a Europe. I lived in Germany for 2 years, and I can't remember if the clocks changed there either.
Yeah. It's weird, isn't it? It's something you don't think
about.
A
million years ago.
Something you don't think about. But here we've got Richard just eating my deep fried Mars bar. Oh, never had one of them.
Are you a Scottish person, by the way, Richard?
They fry anything up in Scotland.
Deep fry anything, honestly.
Yeah. Let's have a look. Mark's saying he ordered 3 figures. I'm yet to make a sale like that. Yeah, James. I think
ask Sam and Bell. They used to have 3 kids. Then the old Eat Fat Fryer came out.
That's it. Yeah. Sub to Husty's Emporium. There you go. There's his There's his YouTube. He's going to be doing some videos. This was his little easing in to the YouTube family. I mean, everybody knows Gary anyway. Gary's been about for a long. I was watching one of Chris's Cooking Hayden's videos the other day, and it was an old one that they put up from a couple of years back, I think 2020, and Chris went, oh, he was going through like saying hello to everyone, and he went, oh, Husty's Emporium, that's a new name. Hi, Husties. Like, and I thought, you know, you've been about a while.
I've been lurking,
yeah. I mean, obviously the 1st of April yesterday, was it yesterday? Was 2 years for me from the day I got furloughed. So that's gone blooming quick. I've got Stu in. How you doing, Stu? Good to see you. What's that? Sean saying, upgrade your life with this charming organised reseller lady sub for organise a reseller. There you go. My mum's in. She's saying hello to everybody.
How you doing, Pat?
Paid 74 quid for something that never turned up. Supposed to be a birthday present. That's annoying. We moved forward 2 weeks ago. It's just weird that PvP was saying that we're on early. But yeah, I haven't had any. I don't know. I mean, I had about 7 or 8 sales last week. They sort of all come in thick and fast, but I had a 20% coupon on. Do you use the coupons?
Yeah. Sorry, Gary.
No, that's all right. No, you go, Dave.
Yeah, every now and again, it's normally to G it up or do a 20% promotion.
Yeah, that's what I've had. I've had a 20% promotion on in March.
Yeah. I'll only normally run them for maybe a long weekend or something like that, just to generate a bit of cash flow. And I haven't done it. I think what the last one I did was about a month ago, but I'm all right at the minute. Generally speaking, I don't, unless sales are really dire, I won't do them because I don't see the point. So, what about yourself, Gary?
No, I've used them once or twice, but I haven't really got into it. It's not, you know, I try and price things cheap enough in the first place, but it's one of them things I think that eBay want you to do. So it's one of them. It all helps with what eBay like you to do. So I think it will help you if you do it. So
yeah, I mean, I obviously put out a tweet because I listened to James, because James is smashing it and his sales have been really good. So I've been listening to James and I've done a 20%. I say a few bits have gone, but when you've got that and people start watching, then you have to sort of send out the offers have to be at least 25%. Do you know what I mean? To try and
you just keep going down and down after that.
Yeah, well, I've had people send me offers like half price of what the thing's on for, and like, there's no way I'm doing that. I think it doesn't matter how much I want to sell stuff. I'm not doing it at half price. You know, something's on for 60 quid. I'm not going to do it for 30 quid. No. I think that's a bit much. Would you ever go as far as like chopping your price in half? I think that's too much.
No, sometimes I've had it when, like, you know, you say no, and then the next thing somebody will come and buy it full price. So
I used to have that all the time. I used to say about it on the videos and that, like, you know, I'd send out offers, and the things I'd send out offers on would then get bought for full price. Really weird.
It is strange, yeah.
I sent someone an offer today on a t-shirt, and I'd knocked a couple of quid off, and then it said, oh, this t-shirt has been bought with a 20% off thing. I only knocked 2 quid off, which was probably about 16%, but this has been, because I thought the thing ended yesterday, but obviously it was still going today. But yeah, yesterday, April Fool's Day. Yeah, I know. Did everyone see Nick's moving to Australia video? We decided we're emigrating to Australia. Hi, Shabba. How you doing? Just finished from the football. Waste of 90 minutes. Actually, we've just had a game because we've got a pitch just down the road from us. It's not a stadium. It's like in the Sportsman Football Club. And I think Littlehampton have just beat, can't remember who they beat, but they beat someone, and they're now going to Wembley, our little team. So yeah, so that was good. Has anybody got boot sales tomorrow?
Yep. Yeah, 5 o'clock start down in Colchester tomorrow.
5 o'clock. Where are you going? Colchester?
Colchester, yeah.
How far is that from you then?
It's about 40 minutes away.
Oh, is it? Oh, it's not too bad then.
No,
I always think Suffolk, but I used to go to Norfolk quite a bit, but obviously that That's a lot further away, isn't it? But yeah, Suffolk, I always seem to think that's a long way away.
Yeah, no, it's literally down the A14 onto the A12 and then straight. This direct, and then it's just off the A12. So
yeah, so you'll probably see George tomorrow at the car boot then.
Yeah, he's been doing a skydive today, I think. I
saw that. I used to do
Finally.
that. Yeah, well, some mad Irishman when I was I think I was about 20, and I was scared of heights. And some mad Irishman I used to work with managed to talk me into doing a skydive for charity. Now, in them days, you wasn't strapped to the other guy that jumps out and pulls the chute. Them days, when I was jumping out of them, they literally clipped you behind the pilot's seat, and you was just going out. And they weren't the nice square chutes where you just step onto the ground. These were the round ones like they had in the army, where you have to have your knees together and roll as when you hit the ground. Don't keep your legs stiff, they said, because you'll break your legs. And I'm like, oh, nice. And you get this thing called ground rush, where you come down and you're floating down. It looks like the ground's coming up at you quicker than it is. And yeah, scary thing. But I ended up going on the first one I did after being scared of heights. I'd never even been in a plane. And the jump master said, when you felt the plane take off and it went smooth, he said the colour drained out your face. He said, but when you shuffle to the door, I mean, I had to shuffle myself to the door, look out, and force myself out. And he said, but when you exited the plane, he said your exit was perfect. And yeah,
so you went on your own. You actually left the plane on your own.
Yeah, on my own. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. When we were jumping, and funny enough, it was just down the road from me at Goodwood, and yeah, in them days they used to train you up and all that, and then they used to literally clip you on a little metal thing behind the pilot seat. So when you jump out, the thing automatically pulls your chute. So you're not free falling at all. You're straight with the chute open. As soon as you're out the door and you're away from the plane, the chute opens. So all you have to do then is look up and kick any twists out of the risers. Because then if it doesn't untwist, I've seen it like since, where the chute don't open and it's all twisted up. So they have to eject that one and then use the backup, and I didn't want to be doing that. But it's an amazing.
You only got two.
Yeah, it's an amazing feeling, and I know exactly what George went through. But I say I wasn't strapped to anyone, and as soon as I hit the floor, I wanted to go back up, so I did it again, and then I did it every sort of fortnight for ages. I was doing it and I got to the sort of level where I could then go on to the square shoots and pull my own chute and all that. But I never ended up continuing with it. But yeah, I do mad things like that. If I'm scared of something, I just force myself to do it. So I was scared of spiders. I ended up at one stage with 50 tarantulas.
That's one way of doing trial by fire, isn't it? Absolute trial by fire.
Yeah.
How old were you? How long ago was that, Rich?
Huh?
How old were you when you did your jumps?
I think I was 20.
Yeah.
I was 20 because I had a bad accident when I was 21. So, and then I was on crutches and for a year and a half. So, and I was signed off disabled with my back for 5 years through an accident at work. So yeah, it must have been 20. Yeah.
Because it's it has to be tandem now. Because I looked at it a few years ago. How embarrassing is this? I'm too heavy.
What, for tandem?
Yeah, you have to be under something like 85 kilos or something like that.
Really?
Yeah.
God,
unless that's just my minge bag ex who didn't want to pay for a bloody didn't want to pay for it.
Maybe. I'm sure I've seen big people like do parachute jumps. I'm sure I have. Yeah. But yeah. In like I say, them days you didn't. They might have had tandems. I don't remember because it was back in the 90s. So it was like when you jump out and your clip opens it up. It's just like I suppose looking up. It's just like it used to be in the Second World War, like seeing all these round chutes come down. It was it was nuts, absolutely nuts. Have you ever done anything parachute jumping or anything?
Actually, it's not. No, I didn't get that far. I did. I started doing a P company, which is a course the parachute regiment do to get the wings. So, but if you're not in the parachute regiment, it's 2 parts. Normally, the jumps course, when you actually get your wings, is 3 weeks. But if you're not a parrot, which I wasn't, I was just a sort of support arm, you have to do 3 weeks of pre-parrot, which is just basically a physical beasting. I did my back in doing that, which ended up in me getting medically discharged from the army. So I never got as far as the jumps course. So.
Yeah. My son's in Air Cadets, and he's supposed to be like, they fly gliders and all that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't trust him in a glider, I've got to say, but I think they're a bit bonkers. So, Gary, what sort of is there anything that you sort of you go to buy to resell, and it's something that you've ended up keeping or collecting?
Every time I go. Every time I go. Yeah, no. If it's clothing, no. It's hard. If I like it when it's not my size. So anything that's not my size, then it's a relief. But trainers especially. Jackets is my worst thing.
Yeah, not like toys or stuff to have on the shelf or anything.
I'm not really. I mean, I know I've got toys up here. These are the pop figures I got to sell. There's some rare ones in there, I think, but I don't really do toys too much. Not collect wise, anyway. It's mainly clothing and trainers. But no, I will keep. I've got a few things on the cabinet and stuff that I'll keep for a little while. But I like looking after it and then get bored of it and out it goes again.
Yeah.
Some things I'll get that I'll probably never get rid of, but it's all for sale.
That's a good thing. What are the charity shops like around your way? Are they cheap or are they expensive?
Not too bad. I like it when the boot sales start again, but they're not too bad. I mean, they're all bumping their prices up, so it's getting tougher. But you can't blame them, but it just makes it harder for us.
Yeah, but it's just like it's just getting really difficult, isn't it?
I've said to a lot of charity shops, sometimes they would probably be better, meeting the middleman and shifting it on if they want to get rid of it. But they sell it. So.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good thing, is getting in with the people in the shop. If you can sort of have a mooch at stuff before it goes out on the shop floor, it'd be ideal. But, I think it was you that asked me the question, Gary. Was it about, do you think sort of the reselling thing with people are going to drop off the reselling? And I think with all the bills going up, obviously we've all got the gas and electric just gone up stupidly, and it's supposed to be going up again in October, and that.
Yeah, well, this is
and the fuel. What's that?
It's you've had a good week. Turn the central heating on.
Oh God. Yeah, see, we haven't got heating on. No heating on in here.
I think at charity shops, Rich, I think with the boot sales, people will still be getting rid of stuff, like you say, to get a bit of extra cash in, possibly. So
yeah,
I
do think that a lot of people that are sort of in it part time, or even people that are just starting out in it full time, I think people are going to drop out of it. I think, even myself, where it's been slow, I've been thinking, maybe I'll have to go and get a job, like I suppose a lot of people have. It's a difficult time with everything that's rising, because everything's going up, apart from obviously we obviously make our own wages, but even people that have got a job, the wages ain't going up. So it makes it really difficult, I think.
I think that happened in lockdown as well. A lot of people started then.
I mean, I think it was easier then, because that's when I started in the first lockdown. I think because we didn't have all the gas bills going up, the fuel wasn't going up at the same time, and like I say, everything's just going up ridiculous at the minute, apart from people's money. I think it's a struggle, to be honest with you, and for a lot of people, it's been really quiet on eBay for the last 2 or 3 months. A lot of people, it always is January, February, March.
I get asked that question a few times through my channel. I'm worried about if showing people how to become resellers or what to pick up and stuff like that, it diluting the market. I mean, I'm sure we've all had this conversation before, but there's a number of factors at play at that. I mean, obviously, as full-time resellers, it's absolute madness to just have eBay as a source of income, because that's just a ticking time bomb, because they could change one thing and that's it. Your income's completely devastated. You need to have multiple streams of income. But as far as diluting the people coming into reselling, I think you're absolutely right, Rich. There's a lot of fall off, but there's a lot of different degrees of reseller as well. The hobbyists, obviously people who do it full time, and there's various degrees of skill as well within that. So because the marketplace is so vast, and because there's so many variables of resellers, then I don't think it's ever going to be an issue. But I can't emphasize enough, if anybody in the chat is considering doing full time as a reseller, don't have eBay as your sole source of income.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
It's scary times.
I can remember Nick Hills said a long time ago, it depends, like you say, what your requirements are of reselling. What do you need it for? If you're doing it full time and it is your main income, if you're doing it part time and it's just, supplementing another income, like Dave just said, there's so many variables of that that are.
I mean, to be honest with you, the only thing I sell on really at the minute is eBay. It's all I've really sold on. I've not done anything else. I am going to try Vinted, Depop. I think Depop's a young kids thing, a young person's game. But I do want to try Vinted. Amazon, I think, is just, I couldn't be dealing with the hassle of it. I think it unlocking different things and all that. I think it's just, it could be a pain. Stu's saying there's a car boot near him tomorrow, but it's going to be -5 at 7 a.m. Can't see many people wanting to get up with that cold. Would you still get up up -5? Would you still be going?
I went this morning. It was ice on the car this morning, but I thought, how many people are going to be there? There wasn't too many people there, but I still picked up a bit of stuff. But it wasn't amazing, but yeah, I got a few bits. But it's ups and downs. On another week, you could be bringing home far too much that you can't even know what to do with. So it balances up over time. So
but like there's some cold temperatures, isn't there? Like when you have to start going out with tools and all that. That's like to someone that's not a hardcore seller or booter, like the
I wouldn't be the other side at this time of year. I wouldn't be selling at this time of year. No.
Exactly. I'm thinking I am going to do some car boats. I am going to have to start shifting some more stuff. But
I've got loads of bits and bobs to clear out. Yeah, I've got to do one eventually. We've done one this year. I've got to do another one soon.
Mark saying
it's a bit warmer.
Yeah.
Very much a case of if you don't go, you won't know. And I mean, if it's hammering it down and it has been all of the previous day, then you kind of think, there are options in most areas now. You'll find indoor boot sales. There's quite a few boot sales in multi-story car parks popping up around the place. You just have to do your research in finding them. I always recommend it's a Facebook group called Car Boot Sale Finder UK, and it's a brilliant resource for finding boot sales up and down the country. So I definitely recommend everybody get on that.
Yeah, because Jay Flipping Sloth, he used to go to a multi-story car park one. Yeah. I think he always used to seem to do all right as well. I've been sort of, because I haven't seen Jay. He's not really, I don't think he's put any videos out in a while. I think he's still doing his what's that thing? Can't remember now. He's got can't think what they call it now. Hang on, I'll tell you, my brain's gone blank. He's still got his I've got the thing, Discord. He's still got his Discord, so he's still active on there. So I know he's all right, but he's not been active at all on YouTube. Whereas Mr. Chaddy Pete, who was on here with his wife about 5 or 6 weeks ago, maybe, at 8,000 subs, is now on 17,000 and something. He is
blown up, ain't he? He's
killing it. He's killing it. He's going up about 1,000, like rapid. Like he must be going up 1,000 a week.
His content is solid, though, absolutely solid. I mean, there's always a pace to his videos. There's humour in there, and I think that's that's kind of, if you look at, I've been watching a lot of creator videos just recently, trying to just tweak my videos, try and give them a bit more pace and just make them a little bit more watchable, just for retention. But I don't know whether he's been binging that kind of video himself, but Pete's got it nailed down as far as pace, humor, and just engagement is concerned. He's got it.
And the knowledge. He's a wealth of knowledge.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
You know, he knows his stuff. That, you know, if you can buy a top, you know, he goes in there, he just picks it up and just feeling it and looking at it. You know, he knows his stuff, and he just I'm taking that, and like, you know, buying a coat for £3 and selling it for like 600 quid, and the payment went through and everything was good with it. But that's why we wanted to get him and his wife on, because his wife, she's smashing it in her own right in what she's doing, and she's absolutely killing it on Instagram as well.
Absolutely, yeah. Jess is just at the office as well. Pete's the most handsome reseller. It doesn't that he's a very good looking lad as well, does it?
No, that definitely doesn't. Definitely doesn't hurt. Rich, we have a world exclusive announcement. Bella's got her own craft channel, and we are releasing her first video tomorrow. Stick the link in, and we'll all sub. We'll give it a sub. I'm trying to quickly get through this. Getting warmer. Yeah, I wish it was here. I think you'll get more sellers but less full timers. Yeah, maybe. I did trash for treasure. Oh, trash to treasures. We'll have a look at that one. Someone can put the link in. I'm just going to quickly zip through this because sorry if I miss anyone. Please watch this guy's videos and sub to his channel. Help Rich avoid finding out how rough the life of a moisturising fluffer is when you're a middle-aged man. Thanks, Sean. I'm trying to whiz through because I've seen a super chat come up. Okay, people are subbing to it already. If someone can stick the link in, then we'll all obviously sub to that. But like I say, Gary's links for his Instagram and his YouTube are also in the description.
Do Instagram. Don't bother doing YouTube yet.
Oh no, we want to get you some subs. Oh, Santa, always appreciated, never expected. Thank you so much, mate. It goes into the channel and makes it what it is. Like this video right now, and I'll add you to my nice list. Can't say fairer than that. That's the real Santa Claus right there. And you've got to do what he says.
Paul has just asked a question. How do you guys deal with negative comments, etc.? How do you deal with negative comments, Rich? I've got an answer for that one, but
how do I deal with negative comments? I just, it depends whether if it's someone that's, you know, got a point of view, I try and sort of make them change their point of view. You know, if I know they're wrong, you know, I'll sort of be nice and all that. I mean, what are you talking about? Negative comments on here? It depends what it is. If it's a troll, I just ignore them, because the thing is, if you start giving trolls the time of day or acknowledging them, then they love it, and that's what they feed off. So if we ever get trolls in the chat, I just totally blank it, and I just let the mods do their work. I just let them ban them or block them or do what they do. I don't even mention them, to be honest. I mean, that's the only sort of negative comment. I've had a few comments that have sort of, I thought, well, that's not very nice, and all I do is I go in there and say, you know, sorry you weren't happy about that. You know, it's a good thing, good idea that you've had. If they've said like, oh no, I wouldn't have done it like that, I'll do it this way. So, well, you know, I'll sort of have a think on that and take that on board. I don't know. It depends what the comment is, really. It's hard to say unless you know what the comment is. It's hard to know what you would say about it or how you deal with it. You guys?
Are you, Gary?
Well, you, I mean,
depends what the comment is. Like you say,
don't get comments have you yet, so you
haven't had any yet, so I've seen. So I don't know. So
you let us know.
If it's eBay, you've got to be professional. Kill them with kindness. You know, put your smiley face on. Be professional. Try not to let them get to you. I've had it with lots of people on eBay. And if you know you're not in the wrong, and you know they're way in the wrong, then hold your ground. And I've had people just cave and turn the other way and apologise back after a day or two and said, I'm sorry, I was having a bad day. But you know, I've had some nightmare stories on eBay. Over the years, I had people come around and threaten to beat me up, come around my house.
Really?
I've had all sorts. Yeah, I've had all sorts on there.
What,
Just over very. Yeah. I've had to phone them up, and they don't. I'm not saying too much, but they don't really do too much about it. You have to do quite a lot on eBay to get chucked off in that sense. They are monitoring it. They do watch behind the scenes.
Yeah, I've had to report someone this week, actually, someone in America, because they asked me, because I said, I've got a few Fury props left in my back shed. I've got to go through and sort it out. He said, oh, let me know when you sort them out. And what I've done is I forgot all about it because I've had a lot going on, and I listed them on eBay. And then he said, oh, I would have bid on them, but you were such an a-hole and a WNKER. He said, because you never told, I asked you about them and you never got back to me and all that. And I said, had a lot going on, and like, to be honest with you, I didn't remember. And he's like, no, you're just an a-hole and this, that, and the other. And I went, well, you didn't bid anyway. You blocked, so have a nice day. And that's how I dealt with that one.
It's easy to get drawn into it sometimes, but you just have to
say I don't usually, but it's some people are so frustrating.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, definitely.
If he didn't bid on the things, there was no need for him to have said anything. If I said to him, well, you know, if you're that bothered, you could have bid on it. You could have won them. But you didn't. So why start with a stream of messages? It's crazy.
It all depends on the context, and I think professionally speaking, like Gary's at the nail on the head, kill them with kindness, do the best you can, pacify them, and as long as obviously your practices are in place and you're a remote professional, 9 times out of 10 you'll come out on top, and there'll be an amicable solution.
Yeah.
If it gets to the point of no return, you've then got to start thinking, well, is it worth my while? Keep going at this, or just write it off and crack on. So some people, that line is at different stages for different people, whether they'll have a trigger point. But again, if you stay professional and just think, have in the back of your mind, reputation all the time, because your reputation is the most important thing. You need to be defending that. But as far as YouTube and personally is concerned, dealing with negative comments, then I mean, I actually feel sorry for people. I've had a couple of trolls for the channel and all that, but I genuinely feel sorry for them, because if these people are taking the time out of their day in their life to attack somebody personally for no reason whatsoever, then they're just in a bad place themselves. And I just have all kinds of empathy.
And it's daft, really. It's daft, really, because like you're not successful on YouTube until you got trolls.
that's what they say.
Yeah. George Arias. I don't know who George Arias is. May have helped Charlie Pete out a little bit regarding subs. Don't know who that is.
George Ross had him on his live, didn't he?
Oh, George Ross.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that won't have hurt.
No. But like I said, he had 8,000 when he came on here, and now he's got 17,000. I don't need to say more, do I? Word of mouth. Word of mouth.
Absolutely. I think our lives a place to be. You're probably the reason I've got an extra 700 subs this month. So thanks a lot, Rich.
Oh, yeah, no problem, mate. No problem with my little 1,230.
I think it's that, and I've actually put out 7 videos in March, which is the most videos in 1 month I've ever done.
Yeah,
so that's probably helped as well.
I was putting them out almost every day, I think, last week, but like I say, then it came to a head because I wasn't too good. But yeah, I do want to start getting more stuff out, but like I say, it's just having the time and trying to sort this place out and get stuff on eBay, and it's crazy trying to fit it all in.
It's time. I don't know how you guys do it. I really don't.
You'll find out shortly.
I know. I've got a camera now, so I've got no excuses. I've got a 4K camera.
All you do is do the same thing you usually do, but you just got a camera on you.
Record you doing it, exactly. Yeah.
You just got that bit of time where you're sitting down editing. That's the only thing.
Watching skills videos really helps as well. I'm getting so many tips on content creating lately, and it's tips that are making, well, it's obviously subjective, are making the videos better, but it's freeing up more of my time as well, because it's time saving creation tips as well. So I'm not recording as much as I used to do for the same duration of videos, say, and stuff like that. So
yeah.
I'm having less to edit.
Anthony Bedworth. Hi, Anthony. What ways of sourcing do you prefer, car boots or charity shops? Good question. Went to 6 to 7 charity shops today, picked up one thing. Yeah, that's the thing. Just lately, like I go into charity shops and I'm not really finding anything. Yeah, it's a bit rough out there at the minute.
Contacts me. You said it before. That's what making contacts in charity shop and getting that invite to go upstairs or out the back or whatever. That's what it's all about. That's really
but Gary, do you prefer charity shops or car boots?
Oh, boot sales all day long. Yeah, I'll go in the charity shop, but
better stuff for the money, isn't it?
Boot sales, yeah, and it's just, there's so much more stock in a boot sale than there is in a charity shop.
100%, yeah.
I mean, I do travel around and go to different places, like like Chaddy's been doing. He goes about all over the place.
He's been going distances as well, hasn't he?
Yeah, and I would do that, but I just fear that if I go that far and I find nothing, then it's petrol's not cheap at the moment, so I've got to really be careful.
That's what I'm saying. It's crazy. I've started going back down a little bit, I think, but like I say, I've got this app on my phone now, guys. If you want to keep an eye on what the cheapest petrol in your area is, because it's gone up a lot. There's an app called Petrol Prices, and you put in your postcode and put in whether it's diesel or petrol, and it tells you the cheapest garage in your area to go and get it. So it's literally called Petrol Prices, and it's worth having. I'll tell you what, because the thing is, our garages around here, 1 minute the really expensive one round the corners ends up being the cheapest one, and Tesco's will end up being the dearest. It's absolutely nuts how it works. But have you been? I don't suppose it's too cold to go out on your motorbike now, Dave?
No, never too cold, mate. Never too cold. I've not been out this week, to be fair, because I've had a lot on. I'm standing in for someone on my. Going back to what I was saying before about multiple streams of income, I'm kind of selling my time to the firm I used to work for 3 days a week. I'm standing in for a manager at the minute, so that it's just taking my extra time.
Yeah,
a bit of a bugger, but there you go. I'm not going to have that awkward conversation before long, because if the boot sales of anything like they were last weekend, then I'm going to be leaving a lot of meat on the table.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, that's the thing of it now, isn't it? I mean, I want to get back out to the car boots, but like at the moment I just can't get myself up on a Sunday morning. But Ford do. I think they're Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday, Ford car boot. But there's another nicer one just up at Ferring there, and I'm waiting for that one to open. As soon as that one opens up, because I always get nice little bits in there. Do you know what I mean? It's a good little one. I've literally got one charity shop that I find stuff in Littlehampton now, so I am going to start going further afield. And obviously, when I go up to James, we're going to go to Morecambe and have a mooch about. But also it'd be nice to get a van or a camper for a week or a weekend and just do a tour of the Chazzers. That'd be quite cool. Or boot sales. Just do a little tour.
Yeah, I'm thinking about going up to the northeast, going up to Seaham, which has been recommended to me, and just have a weekend up there and use the proceeds of the boot sale to pay for a weekend away.
Yeah. There's a channel I sub to where the guy does a series called Bad Grammar. The videos are hilarious as he reads all the nasty comments and reacts to them. Someone just said just now, Chris said, I like the way Brum deals with them. Definitely. I think the way Brum deals with everything is amazing. But yeah, I like the way he does deal with the trolls. So I just can't acknowledge them. I just don't give them the time of day, and it just annoys. I think they're going to be more fuming if they don't react, because they're not getting what they want. Like I say, it's a bit sad, really, isn't it?
Yeah, they'll
sad.
soon move on. We'll soon move on. I mean, it doesn't affect the channel or anything like that, because there's only really one thing that will make a channel successful, and that's making good content. That you can have as money, you can have as much advertising spend thrown into it as you like. You can have as many networking groups you're involved with going on, but unless you're making videos that people want to watch, you're not going to make it. It's simple as that. And then it goes back to the question: why are you doing it? You're doing it to you're doing it for nostalgia, or you're doing it to grow to monetize. So it's a decision you got to make.
If you're doing YouTube to grow to monetize, there's really no point. There's really no point. Not in the early days. You know, it's going to take a while to get to sort of numbers which is where I struggle, because it's not just a reselling channel mine. So like I sort of take longer to get to where everyone else is getting, because it's not purely reselling. So you know, but I've had a couple of payouts, but nothing. I haven't been paid anything the last 2 months. It's, you know, it's a bit hit and miss with it, really. And I say where things have sort of happened and you've been ill and that, you can't go out, you can't make content. Last week, or this week, should I say, you know, I haven't really been able to do a lot. And it seems a bit weird, because my CPM, I don't understand the CPM and RPM thing, and I don't really take much notice of it. But I had a look, and it seems to be up more stable now than it did when I was putting content up, because it's just, I suppose people are going over the older videos and stuff.
Yeah,
it works.
They find a level, but YouTube has got to know who to feed your content to, and it's all about watch time. So if you keep an eye on your watch time on your videos,
I get good watch time
and your retention. If people are watching more of your videos, then there's an increased chance YouTube will put you on a homepage or keep preferencing search, and that's when you start getting traction. And the only way that's going to happen is you're making videos that retain people and that are attractive.
I don't have a problem with that. What I have a problem is I get my subscribers coming back and watching. What is very slow is the new subscribers. That's what I'm finding very slow. Savvy Mum Donna, she's only just started vlogging and doing YouTube, and she's got her second vlog going up this week, so we'll all check that one out. Still have nightmares of Brum's little toe sticking out of those pair of Vans. Not had a good night's sleep since. I love Brum. I love the fact that John makes his frurch. I like his frurch. I think James has got some of his frurch. I haven't got any of his frurch yet, so hopefully I'll win some soon.
Yeah, I'm in the draw for the next lot. I don't know what it is, but
I've commented as well on the next lot, but we'll see. Thankfully, most buyers are saying, still remember one loony about 10 years back begged me to relist the item and never bought it. Thankfully, another person bought it. It's just weird how some people, they go through all the rigmarole and say, oh, stick it on a buy it now and I'll get it. And then you change everything, you stick it on a buy it now and they still don't buy it. So it's a bit crazy.
That's it. I've had one this week. A guy from Italy. He's bought a boombox from me. I picked up, I think it was last weekend actually, and after he made the sale, I got a message off him asking, has he got a remote with it? Well, no, clearly it hasn't got a remote. It hasn't been advertised as having one, and a couple of other questions, stuff that was either already in the listing or you should have asked that before you bought it, kind of thing. So I don't think
that's one of the main annoying things. They buy something and then they go, oh, well, is it this or is it that? And you go, I would have asked that before I bought it, but and then they're not happy with what you do. So then you got to cancel it. It's like, come on, say eBay can be really good and everything, but like it can be a pain.
Now I'm not a stingy bloke, but when that happens, I want my 12p off that buyer for that listing.
Because they never used to give the 30 pence back, did they? The listing or whatever it was, or the 30p listing bit. They never used to give that back, but I think they're giving it back now.
Okay.
He had to take a break after Richard's quiz night last week, but as soon as the meds kick back in, he will be here. James, JR Reselling. He's on his holidays. He's having a lovely time. He's having a wonderful time in his caravan. Sale growth works on YouTube through collaborations. That's another thing, that's another thing I like doing. I like doing collaborations. I like getting people on here, but doing collaborating videos. I say, we're going to be doing the podcast as well now, which hopefully will be another string to the bow, because people enjoy podcasts, and I've always wanted to do one. So it sort of frees us up just for one Saturday a month, just to keep the wives at bay.
Absolutely, yeah.
You've got to keep them happy just for one Saturday a month, and then we can still carry on and do what we do. But,
there is an argument to say that collaborations can be damaging to a channel as well, because if you encourage through, whether it be an advert or whether it be join the group, if you encourage a lot of people to sub to your channel and then nobody watches your videos, then it can have a detrimental effect. Or they just watch a bit of your videos just to show a little bit of support. It's about how much of the video they watch. So,
I mean, I watch some people in the States, and when you go on there, they sort of say, "Oh yeah, sub to these channels." Guys that come over from the UK and sub to them, and I suppose that the ones that drop off shortly after, it's those guys that obviously they've been asked to sub, so they sub to you, and they're not going to watch your stuff. I didn't know it could be detrimental though.
Yeah. Maybe a bit over egging that a bit. I don't think it helps as much as people think it does. And I can certainly see how it would be detrimental, because if it just, YouTube aren't stupid. They know if somebody's bought subscribers, and that's technically what it is. Basically, you get a load of people to subscribe to your channel and doing nothing with that. So I can see how that will be a detriment to the fan, because it's all organic. The whole platform is built around organic traffic. So and it goes back to my original point. You can do as much advertising as you like, but if you're making shite videos that nobody watches, you're not going to get any traction. And how YouTube earn the money is by people watching videos and people watching the ads in those videos. So you want people to watch as many videos as possible for as long as possible. So they're going to promote the videos that people like watching, and it really is as simple as that.
Yeah.
If you look at it from that point of view, as far as somebody's consuming your videos rather than how many people have liked or how many people have said they like your channel, it's what's actually happening.
Vinny's saying, can't beat a massive charity warehouse. I walk in there this morning and walked out 70 quid light. I'm not sure how that happened. Have you got any of them big charity warehouses around near you, Gary?
No, not really.
I've seen them on videos. I think I see Charlie Pete go into one. Yeah,
I have as well. I don't know where they are.
I've never seen. Dave, have you ever been to one of them massive charity warehouses?
Well, I don't think they're ever massive. The ones I've been into have never been massive. They've been sort of like central.
That one Pete went in was quite big.
The central hubs for a particular charity, say. There's there's 3 contacts that I've got that are like that, but I wouldn't call them warehouse size. They're like big storeroom kind of thing. Just going to interrupt and show you this, because Santa's just sent me this. Santa's out on the bike today.
He's amazing, isn't he? He's amazing. Santa Claus out on his Harley. He's just a top bloke, isn't he? Have you ever bought any pallets, Gary?
No,
never dealt with pallets. Have you never thought about pallets? No,
I haven't done wholesale either. I haven't done. No, I
just literally charity shops, car boats.
Yeah, I like the treasure hunt. I'm not saying they're not successful. You can do it, but a lot of them you can fall over with spending quite a lot of money sometimes.
Yeah, I think when Jay bought a pallet of electrics and that, he ended up with a load of headphones and that didn't work. I suppose it is like, because it's returns, it's hit and miss, isn't it? But then I've watched other videos. I watched this young girl that bought and sold pallets, and she was like getting ridiculous stuff from from all the posh shops, and she was getting like she'd pay, I think she paid something like 1,500 quid for this pallet. She had like a 1,200 pound Hoover on there. She had loads of electrical bits on there, and a few of them worked to cover her money. So I think she doubled or tripled her money. But like, it is a risk. I think I think it's a bit of a too much of a risk for me.
Yeah, it's the same as the wholesale clothing and that. If you know where you're getting it from and they're generally okay to you, then you do well out of it. But
yeah, what annoys me is that same supermarket in different towns charge different prices for petrol. Yeah, you'd think they'd all do the same, but I find that round my way it's the Marks and Spencer's garage that's really, really expensive. But then, like say, that can change on a penny. Like, you know, one day it'll be the most expensive, and then somewhere else will be. I don't know how they work it out. I don't know how the prices fluctuate like week by week.
Supermarkets do my head in on that from a retail arbitrage point of view, because they don't. There's no sort of like blanket reduction on a particular item, so I can go into my local Tesco Extra and pick up something that's on clearance for say a £5 and got a Bolton, which is maybe a 10-15 minute drive away, to the Tesco Extra there, and it's still full price, or it's a different, they're like reduced to a tenner, say.
Yeah.
There's no consistency between the stores.
It should all be the same though, shouldn't it? The same items.
Surely
it'd be the same throughout the whole stores. What's that saying? Question for you fine folk. How much cash money do you take shopping at car boats? Sean saying he takes $350 to $500. Anything less I feel is too little. I suppose it depends what you're looking for, really. I wished I could go to a car boat with $350 to $500. That'd be nice.
Yeah,
I take 500 usually if I can do it. Yeah. There's nothing worse than going to a car boot sale and seeing something really nice and you just haven't got the money and you need to go to a cash point and then go back and get it.
Yeah,
there's nothing worse. There's nothing worse. So take more than less.
Yeah,
I've been in that situation a few times and I had to go to a cash point. But generally speaking, I'll take 300 quid and that'll be enough.
Yeah.
Well, say that.
I know Sean buys his antiques, so.
Yeah. I'd say that's enough. I'll regularly spend that much and think.
I mean, I'm sure I've seen you on your videos ask people. I'm sure I've seen you on your videos ask people if they got card machines where the cash is gone and you still want to be.
Somebody did it, Bolton. I was really impressed.
Yeah. Rich, do it. Get the motivation and do a car boot vid, please. Yeah, I'm definitely going to. I wanted to do one tomorrow. Apps Court Farms opening up again. I really wanted to go and do that one, but I've literally got where I've not been good this week. I've just not had the time to fill the car up, sort the stuff out, and get ready to go. And it is a long way for me. Apps Court Farm. It's probably a good couple of hours for me to get there from here. But I enjoy it because it's a massive car boot sale. But there are closer ones I could do. But hopefully within the next couple of weeks, I'll start doing car boats because I just want to make some room and I want to get rid of all the smaller bits and start putting my money into sort of bigger, higher value stuff with higher profit. That's what I want to get into now. Maybe Dave ABL, have you heard about the Jun Le Trail in Hindley, Wigan tomorrow?
And that's Jumble Trail, isn't it?
I wonder what I do. Jumble Trail, John Le Trail.
That's John Le Trail. You've never heard it? He was a famous actor.
Yeah, I thought I heard the name.
I have heard a whisper about it, Kath, but it's because the jury's still out. I'm either going back into Wales because I had such a ball last weekend, or I'm going to be doing 2 or 3 boot sales. I prefer a boot sale to a Jumble Trail, I'll be perfectly honest.
Yeah.
It's small my bag. But I mean, if it was midweek and I had nothing better to do, then I'm all over that.
Yeah. Tam and Bell saying they take 50 quid. Max is saying 10 to 30 quid now. Kathy saying don't have that much money, always on a budget. Yeah, and I think that's my problem. Sort of when I've been going to boot sales, it's like paydays happened and all the bills have been paid, and it's like, when I was working and that. So I've never really, I don't think I've ever taken 500 to a car boot. I'd love to.
Gary, what would you say is the most amount of pickups you've had from any one trip out?
How many items, Dave? Or
Yeah.
oh, in the middle of the summer, it can get quite, fill the car up literally.
Yeah.
You can't see out the back window. It is full. So yeah, no, in the middle of the summer, like tomorrow, I'm probably doing 2 boot sales tomorrow. But yeah, we're still in the middle of the summer. It can get quite busy, but I will fill it up if I have to.
Do you ever buy blind, or is it everything cherry picked?
Cherry picked, really.
Yeah.
It's already, I like going to the boot sales because you just go there and you don't know what you're going to find. You can literally turn up and you don't know what's going to be there. And like I say, over the years, you just learn what you learn your knowledge.
Daniel, no worries.
You pick it up, but yeah, no, I will literally fill the car up. It is that bad.
When you're in like charity shops and jumble sales, do you use the eBay app to check prices of things, or do you just go with
all the time? Yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
I don't know everything. I mean, I've learned along the way, and some things are easier than others, like clothing and shoes and things. I know generally what's what with that, but some things I don't know about still, and I like learning about those things because it's sometimes the charity shops will pick up on the obvious things and maybe miss the things that aren't so obvious.
Yeah.
So you've got to be aware of that, and I love learning about new things. So
that's what I always say. It doesn't matter how long you've been doing it or what you know. Nobody knows it all. Nobody knows it all. And you know exactly. And that's why people say there's a lot of reselling channels, but you'll learn different bits and pieces from each one, depending on who you watch. Some things you might not learn anything, but most of them, if you watch like the Nick Hills and George and Chaddy Pete and them sort of guys, you learn stuff, and that is what it's all about. And if you're like a sponge, you take it all in, and it will help you.
My memory's improved loads since I started doing eBay. Just the amount of stock items that I have, you do start to, your memory improves a lot. I mean, Chaddy said the other day, I think as well, that you do get the people that, especially at the boot sales, you get the old school people that just do not like you looking on your phone at anything, especially if they're selling it to you. They do not like it. And, my argument is, this is my business. I'm not going to, buy something for a tenner and sell it for a fiver. So I'm not going to lose money. So if I don't know, I'm checking, and I don't really mind. But some people get really funny about it.
It's funny you should say about your attitude towards reselling, because looking at, there's a sort of like broad spectrum on the people who are more successful in the game or have longevity in resellers. Have longevity in reselling is exactly the same train of thought. It's the constant desire to learn new things, and if you've got that in you, then there's a significant chance you could be more successful or get that longevity reselling.
Yeah,
tell them what you like, Dave, as well. People used to, when I first started, people would say, don't always go for what you like, go for what sells, and sometimes it's best to just go for what you like sometimes. Because if you like it, someone else is going to like it.
Well, that's what
100%.
Yeah, most people say, like, start by selling the stuff that you don't want in your house no more. The thing is, if you see something and you like it, the likelihood is someone else is going to like it, unless you've got a really weird taste and you wear pink trousers with like a lime green t-shirt. Do you know what I mean? Like, no one's going to
pink trousers.
yeah. But it is. I think going with stuff that you like is definitely. I think it definitely helps. Anthony Hallett, how you doing, mate? He's saying, I've got a mate who started YouTube a year ago. Like he said, he's getting up to 20k a month just for doing his hobby. Well, he must have loads of subscribers, and he must be getting some absolute crazy watch time. What's his channel about, Anthony? That'd be interesting to know. He's only been doing it a year. Jeez, not bad. Husty's, do you have any vintage Star Wars, Gary?
Not at the moment, no. It's hard to find nowadays. I got rid of all my vintage stuff a long time. These two up here, they are part of the vintage collection, but they're remakes in 2010, so they're not old. But they still go for quite a bit of money. I mean, that one there's worth 100 in good condition. Yeah. So they still go for a lot of money.
Yeah, Mark
loves it. The same as well. So
Our question sounded a lot like the guys who turn up as soon as you're in the boot sale saying, "Have you got any gold?"
Yeah.
Question.
Yeah, gold
exactly.
jewelry.
Got any old consoles? Got any old consoles? Actually, I haven't seen them for a while. Oh God, who is it? Neil and Jan. Is it Neil and Jan Reselling? Neil and Jan Resellers, and I think they're from round my way. I think they're Shoreham way. But they, I haven't seen them on YouTube for a while. But Neil, he always goes up to him and says, "Oh, how much do you want for the old radio? How much do you want for the old game console or that?" You know,
Yeah,
going,
like it's nothing. Yeah, that old thing.
Yeah, how much do you want for that old thing? Like, hopefully that'll put the price down a little bit. It's a tactic that might actually work.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
I had a guy at Warrington Boot Sale last weekend, the seller. I was looking at a Sony Handycam, and he said, if you're Googling it, the price is going up. In all the videos I've ever done, that's only once it's ever happened.
Really?
I mean, somebody's called me out for checking the
prices.
Yeah, once.
That's the worst thing. That's the thing I hate most at a boot sale. Oh, you'd get so much for that on eBay. If I sold that on eBay, you'd get that for it. That's the worst one.
Yeah, then you check, and then no, you're not getting that at all.
That'll go for over 100 quid on eBay. I want 50 quid, and then you check, and it's like 50 quid is what you'd probably get.
I was having this conversation with Santa actually. What was it? You know the song that's Amore?
Yeah. When the moon hits your eye like a
yeah. I'm going to take all the snippets from all my videos of sellers saying that's on eBay or on eBay. There. I'm going to edit it all together into that song. I think it'd be epic.
Yeah, it's the worst thing. Like if it was on eBay, while you're standing in a field in the cold, you could be sitting indoors in a nice warm and stick it on eBay and sell it for twice as much of what you're saying.
Exactly, yeah. Crazy. You can't be asked selling me for what I'm offering you.
Yeah, it's like I wouldn't be getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning, standing in a cold field and selling it to people for less if I could get more by sitting in my house in the warm. Not at the moment though, because the heating's not on, but you know, it just don't make sense sometimes. Just don't make sense. Takes one video to get attention.
What's the most ridiculous thing you've ever come across, or that's ever happened to you at a boot sale?
Go on, Gary.
Ridiculous thing.
Yeah, be on the spot here now. Sorry.
I've seen the odd few fights. I think everybody's seen it. Not with me in them, but I've seen people fighting over things. Literally, the old guys mainly. They just get a bit irate over tools and things. So, most ridiculous thing. I've seen some famous people. I've seen the antiques people on the BBC. They've turned up at like one of my boot sales before. Few celebrities been about, but not name dropping anyone. They're not that famous, but there's this. Yeah, that's nothing major, really. Nothing major.
Claire's just saying that's an annoying thing, and James had to say he gets a lot of the same thing because obviously he sells a lot of clothes. People always ask it. Claire's just saying, always asking me for measurements on clothing when I put the measurements on the listings. Yeah, that's annoying.
Yeah, they don't look.
Oh, what size is it? And they've got a photo of the tag. James just says, "Oh, please see photo number 11," and it's on there. That's all he'll say in a message. He say, "Please see photo so and so on the listing." Jess has had 3 cancellations today, which was annoying. Yeah, have you had many cancellations? People buying and then cancelling? It's ridiculous.
Not lately, no.
Within 5 minutes, they're saying, "Oh no, I don't want it. I want to cancel it."
It's like JJ's just said. It comes in droves. It seems like you'll have none for like months, and then suddenly you get 3 in one go. Yeah, it's the same with returns as well. And Christmas is a bit of a nightmare for that. But coming up to quarter.
Yeah. How many listings do you have on your store, Gary?
I'm a bit of a George on this one. I've got about 250 up at the moment. I try and keep it turning over. I've got loads to go though. I'm gonna go to a middle store soon because I'm only on a basic store. So
yeah, I'm only on the basic.
I'm gonna have to go to a middle store because I've got so much stock that's just sticking at the moment. I've got loads of watches on things, but nobody's actually buying anything. So
yeah. Would you ever consider doing what Dave done recently and do 99p auctions on stuff that's stuck?
I've done that before. Sometimes you're okay. Sometimes you actually end up getting higher than what you've had it up for a buy it now, which is ironic. You can have it up £30 for a buy it now, and then you put it up for auction, and it goes to £40. It is mad, and it's been up for about 3 months at that price. But sometimes I've had a Ralph Lauren top before, put it at 99p. I don't know for what reason, but it went for 99p, and then you've got to send it out for 99p. So
yeah, well, you had done
that risk. I normally, if I'm doing an auction, I'll put it in for what price I think I'm the lowest
minimum you take.
Yeah.
I do that when I start auctions. The price I put on there is the minimum I'm prepared to take with it. Jess, we're doing a podcast. It could be about what's going on in the world at the time. It could be about reselling. It might be about something that's happened during the week. It might be, it's just gonna be a general podcast. And it's something we're gonna start, and we're just gonna see where it goes. To be honest, it's just about freeing up a bit of time. One Saturday a month really, and we don't want to just say we're not doing that Saturday and put nothing out. So, and wanted to do a podcast, but it could be about anything really. If we can find a good thing to talk about, then that's what it'll be. We'll ask the guys in the chat. You guys, we'll ask what would you think would be a good thing to talk about on the next podcast. And if someone comes up with something decent, we'll go with that. Don't see much around these days.
I've got a couple of things in fact, I've got a question for the chat, and I haven't tried this yet, but so I've not verified it. When I was at a boot sale last weekend, I bought it was a vintage bell, like a dinner bell. And called ringamajig. That's the word. And it was in pretty ropey state. And one of the other buyers that stood at this stand with me, he says, use brown sauce. So the question to the chat is, was he taking the mickey out of me? Does brown sauce clean brass? I've never heard of this before. It's
got vinegar in it, I think, Dave.
Right.
So okay. I think red sauce. I've heard red sauce as well. Tomato sauce.
I think any of the ketchups or the salad creams and all that. I think any of them have got.
So this is a thing. The brown sauce cleans brass.
I've not heard of it.
I wouldn't like to try. It will smell of brown sauce afterwards, but
it's a waste of brown sauce. Stick it on a bacon sarnie. I'd be more concerned that I was going to run out of brown sauce. My wife goes absolutely bananas when I go to put brown sauce on my Sunday dinner. Sunday dinner's not for brown sauce. You don't put brown sauce on. Yes, you do. You put brown sauce on anything.
Brown sauce, or Frank's hot sauce, which I'm absolutely in love with. Get it from the co-op. It's about $1.50 a bottle. Oh my god, it's good. The other one was I bought a nest of tables last weekend as well. And while I was doing my videos, I had a stereo that I bought that I put on the nest of tables just for doing the spread thing. And it was on there probably overnight. I lifted it off, and the rubber feet had put marks on this table. That's like a reverse stain, if you will. And somebody said, in fact, it was Pound Girl, Cheryl said,
Pound Girl reseller.
Yeah, if you put full fat mayonnaise on it and leave it overnight, then I'll sort it out. Never heard of that one before either. Mayonnaise fixes wood stains, apparently.
I've heard a lot of people use. I heard a lot of people use like Coke to clean things up.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Clean clean metals and that up, but I've never heard of any of that.
Oh, I've got
Bill's Craft Corner. That's the new channel.
So this is the. It's either going to bugger this table up or.
Oh, is that the one that the stereo was on?
Yeah. So those are the spots that I put mayonnaise on.
Good evening.
Marks on it.
Oh God, what a gutter! So what are you going to do with that?
Well, it's got to be left overnight, and then it just wipes off, and apparently these stains will have magically disappeared.
Oh wow!
So,
nice. So either that or you'll have to eat it.
Nothing ventured and all that.
Exactly. How you doing, Neil? And we've got Lucy and Bill in as well. Neil. Yeah, I've never heard of that one. I've never heard of it. I say I wouldn't waste brown sauce anyway. I'd have to find an alternative. Can't put my daddy sauce on it. Bacon sarnies, brown sauce or red sauce?
We've got plenty of replies to that question anyway. I'll wait for you to get to another Rich. Won't jump the gun.
Right, that's all right. Just bought a couple of pallets of Jones 2014. Never again. No, that's not a good thing. Then Belle will be releasing her first video tomorrow at 2 p.m. Put it on her Instagram later. We will be watching.
Is this her OnlyFans?
Yeah. How you doing, Chris? Good to see you.
Right. Sorry. Don't beat me up, Belle.
Be warned, sub to the original channel before content dries up and splits the band in a power-hungry, glitter-filled craft rampage of solo content. Oh, I do love Sean. He's brilliant.
How much is Tam going to spit his dummy out if Belle's more successful than him now, though? You can see a bit of competition going now. The war of the road.
It's funny because they're both really shy, and now Tam's smashing it, and Belle's corner. I love it. It's just their laughs. I just think they're hilarious.
Yeah,
they're just so and you can tell they're lovely. You can tell they're genuine. It's just great, and yeah, I can't wait to see Belle's channel now. Sorry, missed all that. My friend sat next to me, won't shut up. She's got verbal runs. That's my phone going off. Where are we? Sorry if I'm missing anyone's comments. Offered to pay with PayPal and collected Myth and Magic. I got a few Myth and Magics actually. I had a massive collection of them. I ended up giving loads of them away.
Oh, don't start.
I've
got loads of them. Rich.
I used to buy them years ago in the 90s. I used to buy them, and I used to travel down from Surrey to Littlehampton to a shop and buy them, and I used to spend hundreds on them. And like, I thought it was one of them things that would go up in value.
No,
they really haven't. They've tanked big style.
I've got one down here actually.
Have you? I've got a few of them in the shed, but like they're just not worth nothing. Give me a shout when you're up for doing a car boot. Yeah, definitely, Anya. Definitely.
He's looking a bit fed up, isn't he?
Who?
On Gary's settee, he's looking a bit fed up.
Yeah, I was poking out from behind a cushion.
Well, E.T.? That's a bag. The rucksack.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
I like it.
From Universal Studios.
Oh, that's cool.
It's a vintage one.
How you doing, Kristen? We got Kristen in.
I knew I'd get round in my shop. Oh, show and tell eventually.
Yeah, he's quite cool. He's quite cool, the old...
Yeah, so Universal Studios one.
Yeah, I like that. That's
from
nice.
the 90s, I think. Like
that's got to be worth something, can it?
You'd think, but yeah, I paid a £5. I've got about 50 quid at the moment, I think. So.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's some of the Myth and Magic stuff I got. He's quite a big one.
Oh, yeah, that's a nice one. I had a massive one. It cost me 300 quid. It was on a big round plinth, and it was like a derelict castle with a big dragon on it. It was one of their anniversary ones or members only ones.
They do rare ones, yeah. They do Christmas ones as well, don't they?
It was about they done a chess set as well, and the chess set was about 500. I had some of them eggs with the dragons in. Yeah, I had quite a few of them, and I had the crystal ball ones as well.
That's it, yeah.
I had a massive collection. Like I say, I thought it was something that was going to really appreciate in value, and yeah, it just didn't.
Nah, they're just pewter, aren't they? It doesn't.
Yeah,
they tarnish a bit as well.
Yeah, to be honest with you, mine never came out of the box.
I quite like them tarnished. I think they look better when they're tarnished.
Yeah, that's why I source at auction, because you have time to view and work out how much you want to spend a day for spanking all the cash. Have you done auctions, Gary? Have you bought from auctions?
I've sold at auctions. I haven't bought at auctions yet. No, I have sold. I had some Reggie Cray. Yeah, this is a mad thing I come across once. Boot sale near this antique deal. I come across some Reggie Cray when he was in prison. He did some art pastel.
Those for big money.
Yeah, pastels things. I didn't make a great deal on them, but yeah, I put them in the auction. I was trying to it was whether I was going to wait a bit longer till the film came out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I put them on. I had them, but yeah, no, I got told to get them out the house quick. wasn't a fan.
Oh, who's the other one? Bronson as well. He does art. Their art goes for big money, big money. Anthony's saying that his mate's channel's a wood turning channel. See, I could see something like that blowing up though. I watch one that the board builders do. Actually, I was on a board builders video. I think last week as well. They got me to try a bit of brownie, and it was Marmite and cheese brownie topped with Nutella. It was the worst thing I'd ever tasted in my life. But they're doing a thing. I've mentioned it before. They're doing a thing with Vinnie Jones, and they got a YouTube channel. The YouTube is called The Crafty Countryman, and in it there's a guy called Simon Heath. He makes walking sticks like country walking sticks, but he carves the tops, and he'll carve your pet. He'll carve an elephant. He carves stag deers, and he actually makes their horns out of bits of antler, and he'll shape it all and everything. They're absolutely amazing. But I've been binge watching that. It's just things like that. That's like those crafty making channels. They really do. They get good views. How you doing, Rob? Rob's in from America.
You're way behind on the chat, aren't you, mate?
Yeah, I'm gonna whisk through. Daniel's saying Power Rangers in his collection and Myth and Magic or Guinness.
Shabba's just saying Richard's going through the chat from 2018.
I know, it's not good, is it? Connection's 100% key to scaling. We can't add more hours, so raising the quality of items and sell-through rate is a must, definitely. There must be many Daves in the world, but Dave ABL is now your time about drugs and trance music. Right, I'm gonna whiz through. I'm gonna pick every other one out. Picked up 2 Star Wars DVDs yesterday at charity shop for $9. Emporium Return 2 disc with the theatrical version. Nice.
Have you noticed how things in America seem to sell for a lot more than the UK? Like even sort of like tenuously collectible stuff. Yeah. So it'd be interesting to open a purely specifically .com eBay account and sell on it.
How you doing, Richard?
I bet it'd be worth it.
Definitely. Do you know? I know round. I can't remember where it was now. Around somewhere where I lived, they used to have an eBay shop, and you could give them your items, and they did all the listing and the backing and the sending, and took a cut of it. I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure they used to do that.
Habu. That's the thing, isn't it? Oh, is that ever been taken off? It was like a fulfillment center for eBay.
And you used to go and give them your items. They used to list them and do all the bits and pieces, and then take a cut of it and ship them.
Yeah.
I thought I wasn't imagining it.
No, I heard it was called Habu, HUBBO. But I've not heard anything about that for some time now.
Yeah. With clothing, I'll find it for
Richard Henry just said what I was thinking, 40-year-old virgin.
Who's saying that?
Richard Henry, 40-year-old virgin. That was in that. It was I sell your shit on eBay kind of store. That was
that's another place I've seen it. Yeah. Definitely. That's probably where I got the idea, but I have seen it as well.
Yeah, it is a real
Daniel's saying yes, use ketchup. Anthony's saying use man sauce. It cleans up very well. How you doing, Michael? Good to see you. Yeah, I know red sauce does. Michael Metcalf's a new name. Google says ketchup. Frank's is nice, Dave. Oh, I don't know what that is. The sauce. I put brown sauce on my brown sauce. Yeah, definitely, Santa.
Yeah, it's got to be daddy's sauce.
Yeah, it's got to be daddy's. Yeah. Sean's the man that know ketchup left on will take brass back to bare metal, but you'll lose all patination. Then still have to polish. Only do it on things buggered to begin with. That's a good tip there. Brown sauce on bacon, definitely. Even worse on roast. I'm a Neanderthal. Got to love a bit of brown sauce. Not surprised my wife gets upset if you put bottled sauce on a roast dinner. It's got to be done. Do you have brown sauce on your dinner, Dave?
100%.
Gary?
Yeah, absolutely.
Sometimes.
There you go, see.
Brown rather than red. Yeah, I'm not a fan of ketchup.
Nah. Do you know what? I do like ketchup if it's on fries, burgers, or hot dogs. I think then it's allowed.
A bit of mustard sometimes.
Yeah, mustard. You've got to have mustard on hot dogs.
Richard Henry shout out for Town Bill.
Yes. WD-40 is magic.
Yep, 100. Yeah.
Not on hot dogs.
Red.
Not on hot dogs.
No, my mum saying I put brown sauce on salad. Only if it's on a BLT. Tut, tut, tut. Only 25 likes so far. Come on, Ski. Be sure to like, Ski. Go on, Maximus. Bacon sarnie, definitely brown sauce. Definitely. I'm going to whiz through past a few of these. Although it's maybe the first time this young man has been sandwiched between two burly, bearded older guys, he seems to be enjoying it. Sub here for more. Instagram for Husties. Definitely. Best thing to put on bacon is a fried egg. Yeah, can't argue with that.
I'd say more bacon.
Yeah, well, more bacon as well. Yeah, definitely. Yes, things good a few years back. A few years ago can tank in value. Yeah, but they're one of them things. It's like a collectible thing, and they had a club for it as well. They had a Myth and Magic members club. Do you know what I mean? So you think, oh yeah, it's gonna go up in value. If I buy loads of them and stick them away, it's like you loft all these things that you think are going to go up in value, and they just did not. So I ended up giving most of them away. Apps Farm is on tomorrow. Oh, Apps Farm is on tomorrow. As in Rains Park Vintage Fair, a little bit long on the road near Wimbledon. Oh, nice. I know they do a big vintage fair at it's at the race course up by the M3. I can't think of the name of it, but I know they do a massive one up there. Me and my brother went up there shortly before he passed away. We went to a massive. I say it's a race course, but it was like antiques fair. They do a toy fair there as well. Actually, I can't remember the name of it. I've also used Coke and lemonade. It cleans up old coins. Yeah, I've seen people clean up coins with Coke. Definitely. Go between 40 and 75. If you need someone to pass them on to, I'll happily take them. Jeffro, question for Gary. I may have missed it, and perhaps it should be obvious, but who is Husty? That's a good question.
That's a very good question.
That's a new name.
It come from school back in the day. School. It was a nickname. My surname's Hurst, so it's a play on words with Hurst. It went. I won't go totally into it, but yeah, it was a nickname. So and then it stuck. So.
Oh, nice. It's weird, isn't it, how people's names? Because Peter Vinegar Jar was just literally because he sold a vinegar jar once. It was Jeff. Oh, loved Jeffrey. Oh, okay. Jeffro Bodine loved you in Beverly Hillbillies. I used to love that program. Beverly Hillbillies. That's why if I had anything valuable and collectible from the 60s and 70s, I'll sell it now, as all old geezers that love the stuff will be gone in 30 years. Like I keep saying, you know, the toys that I had when I was a kid, that's the things that I wished I'd kept. You know, like say the Bionic Man, the Steve Austin, the Evil Knievel bike, the wind-up Evil Knievel bikes. They all go for good money. Absolutely nuts. Well, he's a friend of Brian Blessed, and the bird people are from another dimension where the sky is made of vape clouds and time runs slower. Yeah, he's a good guy. He's a good guy, 40-year-old virgin. Oh, I've got there now. Where in Germany did you live? Is that you, Dave?
Yeah, must be. I lived in Hanover for a year. I loved Hanover. I love Hanover so much. And then a year in Osnabrück.
Oh, nice.
With the army, yeah. If I could have stayed in Hanover, I would have stayed in the army, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Would you go back if you could now to the army?
No. I'm too old and knackered now. I love the lifestyle. I had absolutely, particularly in Germany, at the time of my life, the job sucked, but the lifestyle and the friends just life changing.
Yeah, definitely. Evening, folks. Oh, Neil's in. How you doing, Neil? Ketchup is what you put on your dog if they have rolled in fox muck. Ketchup is what you put on your dog. Really? God, I tell you, fox, when your dog's rolling fox stink. Oh my God, it's nasty.
Some weird diet that person has. Some weird
Yeah,
diet.
but they do. As soon as they smell fox, they rub themselves in it, and it honks. I gave away 4 Mahusive trunks, each housing about 1,000 singles from many eras from when I used to be a disc jockey. A DJ. Hey DJ. Right, I'm gonna was free. Myth of Magic flopped. They sold on to Zystos. That's also China. Quality dropped. Kempton, there you go. So I knew Sean would know. Kempton Antiques Market. Yeah, definitely. Also Sandown, that's closer to apps. Yeah, because Sandown, Z took some of his toys down there, didn't he? He done a toy fair at Sandown recently. Oh look, he's only near the bottom. I'd have something happen to me at Drakelow Tunnels, Nick, and it's a bit of my experience. Can't explain what happened. What's the latest time you arrive at a car boot before you think it's too late to get any decent stuff? That's a good question.
I've walked around at 9 o'clock thinking I'll go home in a minute, and then 10 o'clock, and I still found stuff. So,
really?
But not generally. Yeah, the first hour or two is the main time to be there. But I have walked around later on and been surprised at what I have found.
Yeah. Dave, would you ever turn up late?
Not through choice.
No.
2-3 weeks ago, I was feeling particularly under the weather, so I got to Bolton about 9 o'clock. Still
self-inflicted.
No, it's just no.
But
last weekend's a good example of what Gary's saying. You can still get stuff. I mean, after going to Chirk and absolutely killing it, I went to Warrington, got there about 9:30. Still got some really good stuff. So people are looking for different things. I mean, obviously, the earlier you get there, the more things you're going to find. It's just full of averages. But if you, not everybody's looking for the same stuff as you.
I think the people that get there later are the ones that are looking for stuff for themselves, and they're not overly bothered. You know, I think they're looking
for tourists.
Yeah, just looking for a little plant pot for at home or things like that. If I had toys and model kits, when I was a kid, they'd be worth a few grand. Yeah, Amanda had a guy on her channel, on one of her lives, and he had hundreds of kits. He hasn't even made them, just bought them and collected them over the years, and other toys as well. I mean, Mark was having a good look at what he had. He had some decent bits, the guy. And he doesn't have a YouTube channel, and he was really good on Amanda's thing, actually. If he'd done a YouTube channel and started showing all the kits and that he's just got and he's never built, I think he'd do all right. Just tagged you on Instagram, which thumbnail for Bell's video. I shall have a little look. Just watched. I was just walking down the street, and he was walking towards me, and I just knew he wasn't real, and then he disappeared into thin air. Oh, I haven't got a clue about that one. I haven't been drinking, so I know
that sounds like the start.
That sounds like a lot. So it sounds like something like Stephen King film, doesn't it? It's like
Barrow.
Yeah. Just want to say sorry if I missed any comments. I'm always look, see, speak the devil's name and he appears. We was just talking about you, Mr. Formerly known as Vinegar Jar. How you doing, Pete? Hope you're well.
You want to hear what he was saying?
Yeah, early night tonight for your car boot sales.
He's gone by now. He's gone already.
I'm an open-minded skeptic. I'm talking about ghosties. I don't believe myself in ghosts, even though I've heard some weird things in my house, like loud bangs in the attic, and literally you can't stand up in my attic. It was really weird. But my wife's a bit prone to seeing things, and I think she's just a bit doolally, but yeah, she reckons she sees things. And we went to Osborne House on the Isle of Wight, Queen Victoria's favourite palace she lived in, and it was a beautiful place, like a palace would be. But we went down into the kitchen, and she said when we come down the stairs, she said I've got this pain in my arm, and then we read this thing about some arm or leg, and we read this thing, and it said that someone fell down broke their leg or broke their arm through some weird thing. It was weird how she knew what had happened and that. I'm not sure I believe in all them spookies though. I'd like to go and do a ghost hunt though. I've always wanted to go and do a ghost hunt.
I've had friends that are adamant they've seen ghosts.
Really?
Proper adamant. Yeah, yeah. And their parents have seen ghosts as well. And I do trust what they say, but
I like watching YouTube videos on apparent ghost sightings and apparent UFO sightings. I quite like watching them. And there is one actually at Hampton Court. And you see the door fly open, you see this weird figure, and there's literally apparently no one in the building. And then there was some story about how someone tried to escape and then they was pulled back into the building and hung. But I don't know. PvP saying early is best, but good stuff can be found at any time.
Yep.
Yeah, like I say, it depends what you're looking for, I think. Yeah, Porky's saying not everyone's looking for the same stuff. Dave ABL, the friendships you make in the service, Army, Navy, Marine Corps, are unlike any others you have in civilian life. Much tighter group of close friends.
100%, yeah. My closest, my best friend, and all of my oldest friends are ex-services.
You always need a bit of luck when you go to a car boot. My ex-brother-in-law, one of my ex-brother-in-laws, he was in the army, and he went from the army into the prison service. I think, yeah, my mum's saying Kempton as well. But yeah, he went straight into the prison service, and I think a lot of people do sort of make that jump from the army to the prison service or to police. Do they go from that to the police? I think I know a lot of them have done the army to the prison service.
Yeah, it's all about it being implemented and an organisation. I mean, I only did 7.5 years, and it took me a couple of years to adjust to Civvy Street. And it is just an entirely different mentality, and even a different. It's like I was coming back to my own country and speaking a foreign language. It was just weird, and
yeah.
I had to slow down to civilian life and realise that I didn't have to put anywhere near as much effort into stuff that it's been expected of me. So, and that was really hard for me to after being keen and green to slow down to civilian life, and it's just. Yeah, he was.
Yeah, I mean, it's like my son. He's in the Air Cadets, and I take him to the Air Cadets. I said, and he's going through that stage at the minute where everything he has an answer for, he has to gob off. His room's a pit. Like every day, I'm saying to him, clean your room up. Like you go in his room, there's like 7 glasses and cups and plates and God knows what else. And I said to him, they're not gonna. If you're really serious about getting in the services, they are not going to have a tramp in the services. You go there and you do as you're told without answering them back. When you come here, try to start doing the same thing. Do you know what I mean? Hopefully it'll make him into a it'll change into some sort of routine.
Self-educating when in training. If somebody cocks up, everybody's made responsible, and that's why if anybody's cocking up regularly, all the other lads just kick the shit out of them, and they soon learn.
Yeah, I mean, you'll see that on all the films. Like you see, right, well, someone's done something wrong, so now you all get down and do the press ups, or you're all doing laps, and I suppose that's the only way to get it out of them. Really,
it works. It beats the teenager out of them. I've seen it happen countless times.
Yeah, definitely. Do you believe in ghosts?
Gary's a big fan of Fab 4.
No, it's just something I picked up along the way. It's for sale. It's quite a rare thing, apparently. It came from EMI Studios, apparently, or the offices.
Nice.
I got it for a guy at boot sale. And it's a double-sided thing. It's like,
You got some potential customers in the chat, mate.
Some what?
Got some potential customers in the chat.
Yeah, for that.
That's a rare image, like I say. You're probably not going to see. Well, I don't know. Maybe people know more than me about it, but that one's definitely on the back. Is probably. But yeah, it's come from like the EMI offices.
Yeah.
I had another one. Embrace, the Tommy Penton album cover that they did for Embrace. I sold that so long ago. That was quite rare. That came from the same place. Yeah. Yeah. No, it was all right, but I'm not a great fan.
Well, it looks nice in the background there.
It's all for
sure.
sale. It's all for sale.
Yeah.
It begs the
Someone
question.
This is quite.
It begs the question, Gary. Who is your favourite band?
Who is my favourite band?
Yeah.
That's another good question.
I've been to see.
I don't think we've ever asked anyone that one.
I don't have a favourite band really. I like all different types of music. I've been to see Oasis live. I've been to see Eminem live.
Eminem, have you?
Oh yeah, from Eminem to Oasis.
It's like I say, it's a bit of a chalk and cheese one. That one, isn't it?
I like
Eminem.
all sorts. I'm going with the Papa theme tonight.
He doesn't want to see that crossover though.
I've got that. I've seen you, Rich, didn't I? I've got that signed Eminem poster upstairs.
Yeah.
That's quite real.
Nice, some nice bits, mate. You've got some good bits.
I sold one of these this week. This was quite a bit of retail arbitrage. It's a Keith. Oh,
I was going to say, do you do any retail arbitrage?
Oh, TK Maxx.
Nice.
I do quite well at a TK Maxx.
Yeah, I
like 30. I think I got it for £30. I just sold one for 80.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I try and keep it myself. It's like this one I've got on actually. This Balmain one. It's like it came up. I'll never probably get rid of it. I think it was something silly like 50 quid. It was crazy money, and it's like a 500 quid top. And I think I sold the other one that I sold. I sold it for about 400, 500 quid.
Oh, mate.
So I kept this one.
Shab was just saying that the Hampton Court video that I was talking about was deemed a fake. Someone dressed up in 16th century garb who flung open the security doors. It's like garnered interest for tourism or something along those lines. Really? Oh, I didn't know that.
I'm going to TK Maxx tomorrow.
I'll tell you what, I love TK Maxx. I think the one in Worthing shut down, the one near me. But I used to get all my diesel jeans in there. I used to buy diesel jeans for myself in there. Loved them.
I get a lot of my stock from TK Maxx. I mean, it is. I live in quite a small town, so it's not so bad, and I don't, I'm not going to go too randy or nothing. But if it was like Cambridge or Ipswich, then you've got a lot harder job than doing it where I am. So that you can sort of, it's a game of cat and mouse to how low you let something go before. But I've picked up absolute bargains at a TK Maxx, so I can't complain.
Well, I'm going to have a look in TK Maxx if I can find one now. Stu makes me laugh. Mind you, my luck isn't that good. If I woke up in the early hours of Xmas Day and found a bearded man lurking in my bedroom, it wouldn't be Santa. Knowing my luck, it would be Rolf Harris. Oh, dear. Probably singing creepy kids songs. Two little boys, two little toys whilst drawing a Warner Brothers sketch.
It's getting dark now, boys. It's getting dark.
I had an experience with a ghost. My great grandfather appeared before I was in a car accident. I knew to sit in a different seat, keep belt on. Lucky I did. His car crashed. There's some weird things in there that happen, and signs that make people change what they're doing. It's I don't understand it all. That's good you came away with no injuries. Evening, Michael. How you doing, mate? Just in straight onto the SKL. We won't be on much longer, mate. We're just easing Gary into the YouTube thing. On this side of YouTube, you always see him in the chats. He's always active in the chats. He's been in the chat
video.
Yeah, definitely. You've got to do it because I've seen the amount of stock you've got, and it's absolutely nuts. I mean, if you're sourcing like that, you could be making some brilliant content. Especially, I don't think I've seen anyone do any TK Maxx stuff.
I've been told. Oh, I think they do. I think George has done a bit.
That's a good idea.
George has done a bit. Yeah, I think Chatty Pete probably might do a bit as well.
Yeah. I say we had one in Worthing, but I don't think it's there anymore.
It's quite a boot sale because I think TK Maxx people go a little bit quiet about it because they don't want everybody then going in their TK Maxx, which is fair enough. But, yeah, I don't think there's a lot. I've always thought about YouTubers and things. Sometimes I try and not say too much about where I get my items from if I can't help it.
Yeah, I think it's always good to keep a little bit close to your chest.
Yeah. I mean, I think at boot sales, I said to George when I met George once at one in Essex, there's plenty enough for everybody. I think even with a lot of resellers going around there, I can go around with George and other people at them boot sales, and we can all still find enough stuff for each other. Yeah. We're not stepping on anyone's toes or anything. So.
No, Sean, this really should not be a surprise to people. who knows my sense of humour. But my sister is a medium, my younger brother's a spiritualist, and my mum was a healer. I am the white sheep of the family.
Sure.
He's funny. Vinny, TK Maxx and Lidl are the best. Lidl, especially around Christmas time. Who was it that bought an Audi or a Lidl Christmas jumper in one of their videos recently? Can't remember. Someone did. Someone bought a Lidl.
No, the Greg's trainers have been doing well, haven't they?
What?
The Greg's trainers have been doing well, haven't they?
I didn't even know anything about Greg's trainers. Really?
Yeah. Greg's trainers at Primark. Yeah, Primark brought out a line of about.
Oh, I did hear about that.
Greg's stuff, and the Greg's trainers. I mean, they were selling them for like 14 quid or something like that.
Yeah.
Getting flipped online for 60, 70 quid in some instances.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. It puzzles me why.
I sold a few pair. Yeah, the little trainers. I sold a few, about 2 or 3 pairs when they came out. I mean, it wasn't massive. I was buying them for like 15 quid, I think they were, something like that. I'm flipping them for about 30, 35.
Yeah. Bell me too, the Halloween candles and stuff. A few minutes of your smile is all I need, Rich. Thanks, Michael. That makes me happy, mate. It makes me happy knowing we make other people happy.
In a room.
That's what it's about. That's what it's about. You're excused for being late. Sean, your family sound amazing. Yeah. It was drinking with Andrew with his Audi jumper. I do have a little Christmas socks. Yeah, no, I've seen someone at
quite big.
What's that?
Sorry, that was terrible. His socks are little, man, are big. Oh, I'm getting tired now. I need to lie down.
Oh dear. Peter Ray. It might have been Peter Ray. Yeah, I know someone picked that one up recently. A nice little profit. Yes, Daniel, it's a nice little profit. And on that note, I think we are going to say good night to you all. Thank you all. We still got 71 in. Really appreciate it. Gary.
Everybody click thumbs up.
Yeah, if you can. Yeah,
71 for a non-YouTuber. That's not bad.
there you go. But see, the thing is, you're going to be a YouTuber. We've done the same thing with Amanda, and Amanda's smashing the videos and the lives out the park now. So you'll be killing it in no time. Definitely. Everyone's got to check. I'm going to go and check out Belle's. I'm going to go and check out Belle's first video tomorrow. That's another channel to watch. But yeah, thanks, Dave, for co-hosting. Thank you, mate. Thank you, Gary, for coming on.
No, thank you, Rich, for having me on. Like I say, it's been a long time.
Can't wait for the videos now. You've got to put some videos out now. And you're welcome.
I've got a camera now, so I've got no excuses. So
that's it. And you're welcome back on any time, mate. It's good to actually.
I
spoke to the other day, but it's nice for everybody to put a face to the name. Obviously, they see our mugs all the time, don't they, Dave? So they know who we are.
Yeah.
But thank you guys for spending nearly 2 hours with us. Really appreciate it. Hope you've enjoyed this as much as we have. And we will see you all again soon. Have you got any videos coming out, Dave, this week?
Yeah, one just started at 5 o'clock today. That's getting a bit of traction already. The last few videos are really in some numbers. I've been a Brucey bonus video out during the week this week as well. I actually bought the stock of another reseller.
Oh, nice.
Vlog that. Somebody who's coming out of reselling, so I bought their stock, and that should be out maybe midweek.
Cool. Go and check that out, guys. Stay safe. If you're going boot hunting tomorrow, I hope you get loads of decent stuff. If not, stay tucked up under the duvet. It's going to be cold. See you all next Saturday. See you later.